Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We are on Highway 2000 North-South leg. This is the highway that takes you from Kingston to Ocho Rios. Now, on the right is prime real estate in Jamaica. Prime real estate. Now, that land belongs to China Harbour Engineering Company. And that's the area of land that they're getting ready to develop, and it is creating a lot of discussion. So we're going to answer the question today: did Jamaica benefit from this land deal? So what happened was, when the highway was being built, the highway was going to be so expensive that China Harbour Engineering Company said, we're not going to make back the money from building the highway, even at with a 50-year concession. So give us 1,200 acres of land right beside the highway and we'll build it. And the Jamaican government said, yes, we'll give you the land, but you have to develop it within a certain time period. So let's back up a little. A French company started to build this highway. Now, Highway 2000, let's back up even more. Highway 2000 east-west leg goes from Kingston to Montego Bay. Major highway project in Jamaica. They put out a bid and over 100 companies were interested. It was narrowed down to 4, and then 2 eventually got the contract to build the highway. Now, I just want to point out, China Harbour Engineering Company was not in that list. They never bid on the highway. They weren't interested. Now, that is very important in answering the question: was this a good deal to give them the 1,200 acres of land? Very important. China Harbour Engineering Company never bid on the highway, the one from Kingston to Montego Bay. A French company won it. They built the highway in sections because of the cost, and they built the section from Kingston to Sandy Bay. Still, China Harbour Engineering Company wasn't interested. Now, that same company got the right to build this highway, the north-south leg. And they started, and they couldn't finish it because they ran into problems and the costs and all of that. So the highway project stopped. Very important, it stopped. The French company literally gave up on it. It stopped. Now, this is when China Harbour Engineering Company came on the scene. They said to the Jamaican government, we will build the highway, we will finish it, we will pay off the French company for the work done. We will charge a concession to collect back the cost of the highway, but we're not going to make back the cost of the highway from collecting the toll even at 50 years. The concession is for 50 years. So the Jamaican government, wanting the highway to finish, knowing China Harbour Engineering Company is one of the 10 largest contractors in the world, said, okay, build a highway, we'll give you 1,200 acres of land. And that's the land we're looking at now on the right. Well, this is a piece of it. 1,200 acres of land for you to develop. There were conditions. And build a highway. So, China Harbour Engineering Company said yes. The land was given to them, 1,200 acres of prime real estate. Now, that section of the agreement of giving them the land has been discussed. So we're going to ask a question here today. Did Jamaica benefit from that deal? This is the land here on the right, a part of it. And the answer to that question is yes. Jamaica benefited, and Jamaica is continuing to benefit today from this deal. It was probably one of the best deals that ever happened in Jamaica, because it brought China Harbour Engineering Company to Jamaica. Now, remember, when the east-west leg of the highway was being built, China Harbour Engineering Company never bid on the project. Nobody could outbid them. They are a massive company. They could build this highway for 800 million US without even getting a loan, basically. They could build the entire highway. They could build every highway in Jamaica without collecting 1 cent from the government. That's how big they are. But they weren't interested before. So when they came, the government gave them the land, and they came and started to work in Jamaica. That was, I think, the highway opened in 2012, and they're still building in Jamaica. They are building all the highways in Jamaica. Now, the way it was done, and at the time when it was done, created a lot of discussion, valid discussion. A lot of investigations were done because the land that China Harbour Engineering Company was never valued. Nobody said, okay, 50 million, 100 million. So there was reason for the discussion. And even when the time came to transfer the land to the people, this is the land on the right. I don't think their heritage wheel is going, Mammee Bay wheel will be a part of it. It's very difficult to interfere with historic sites in Jamaica. Very difficult, next to impossible. But it can be done, but it's a very tedious process. This is the land we're looking at on the right. So, by getting China Harbour Engineering Company to show interest in Jamaica is the best thing that has ever happened to construction in Jamaica. The highways that they build are the best in the country. Now they've even gone further to build main roads. Constant Spring Road, a lot of the main roads in Jamaica that are built, China Harbour Engineering Company has built it. So yes, it was a good deal. It's just the way it was done, not valuing the land, all those things that created a lot of discussion. But Jamaica has benefited, and the government came under a lot of criticism for this deal, a lot. And China Harbour Engineering Company is going to build residential units on this land here, the Mammee Bay section here. And they are getting a very difficult time. A lot of discussions about it. Now, to build on the land in Jamaica, you have to get an environmental permit, and that goes through NEPA. And that's a process that they are in now, which is ironic. They're trying to get environmental permits. But when the government gave China Harbour Engineering Company this land, they told them you had to develop it within 12 years, or the land, you lose the land and it goes back to the Jamaican government. And now they are trying to develop the land within the time frame, and they're getting such a hard time getting an environmental permit. Very ironic. I don't think they've even gotten the permit yet, but it's all over the news that they're applying, and part of the process is for people who want to object, and they have objections. So the topic is coming up again. Did Jamaica get value from this deal? Absolutely, Jamaica did. It was one of the best deals. They didn't see it at the time, but what China Harbour Engineering Company has done in Jamaica, you could say it's priceless. Just to have them come here and build all these roads. Since do you notice a lot of high-rise buildings going up? Guess who are building those buildings? The Chinese, not China Harbour Engineering Company alone, but other contractors have now come. And can you imagine a local contractor building a highway? They can't do it. They tried on the southern coastal highway, and it was, how would you say, let's leave that alone. But we have no other contractor to build these roads. China Harbour Engineering Company set a standard in Jamaica for building roads that the local contractors might never reach. So this was a very good deal. Jamaica has benefited far more than the value of the land. Now, as I said, valid reasons for the discussion about the land because of the way it was done. not valuing the land, and it's just it could have been done another way. And then at the time they did the deal, I don't think the 1,200 acres was identified. They had mentioned this piece of land, but it wasn't, I mean, not by name or address basically, but they just said land beside the highway. And it was as if China Harbour Engineering Company could choose a land. Nothing wrong, they're building the highway. And China Harbour Engineering Company built the highway without receiving the land. They got the land after the highway was open. So yes, without a doubt, Jamaica benefited from that deal. It's just the way the deal was structured and done, and at the time that created a discussion. But yes, it was a good deal. That's what you had to do to get China Harbour Engineering Company to Jamaica, then by all means do it. If you had to give them 3,000 acres of land for them to come here, it would have been worth it, because they have changed, they have helped to develop Jamaica, and they're still doing it. Alright guys, let us know what you think. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.